Philippon Beer Den is intended to be an entertainment show only. The show does not endorse or condone underage drinking or any illegal activity. Homebrew is not for public sale. The show is intended for a mature audience and may have adult language and themes. Viewer discretion is advised. Enjoy the show.
Hey, why don't you beer me?
And welcome to the Fill Up on Beer Den. And today we have a couple fantastic guests where we're going to be drinking some home brews and you get to meet my friends. So welcome, guys. I've got Mike Boulay and Kevin Gagnon. Thank you guys very much for coming. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Cheers for having us.
Yeah. I was excited. I was excited when you guys reached out and said you wanted to be a part of this, and you know this has been just a fun time. So I'm glad you guys wanted to do this, and you know it's been a while since we've connected. So I just thought this was going to be great, you know. So let's start off the way that we always do with a couple brews, and I'm going to start with Mike Boulay here in the driver's seat. Let's make sure we get that mic out of your face just a little. There we go. So, Mike Boulay, what do you remember about the first time that we met?
Might have not been so much first time we met as maybe we hung out. I remember it was probably freshman year. I remember I was hanging out with Brian Carpenter and you guys were playing freshman football.
Okay, so freshman year in high school.
Yep. You guys were playing Walton that night, and for whatever reason, decided you guys needed a water boy that night, and I started thinking about I wanted to play football the next year, and so I ended up going out there and I hung out with all the guys, and I'm you being really really cool and very excited. About having me come on, that I do remember, and obviously that didn't happen until later on, and I'm sure we'll talk more about that, but that probably would have been the first time that I would have had that some interaction with you.
When I think the first time that we had any interaction, it was down in the hood. Because I think, and I'm talking about the neighborhood that's next to our house, or next to my parents' house. It was where Brian and all of those guys lived and stuff. So, that's where I remember us first meeting. So I didn't really know who you were at the time.
It wasn't like we're going to South Louis. We feel like a pickup baseball game or something.
I used to invite everybody to those all the time, and I used to try to get people together.
I remember going to one day.
Yeah,
Matt Pelletier was that. Basically everybody that lived in that.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Was there?
It was awesome, man. Yeah, cool, man.
That day. Huh?
Well, we got plenty more stories, and we'll share those later. But
absolutely.
All right. Well, Kevin, I'm going to ask you the same question. What do you remember about the first time that we met?
Jesus, I think I was too young.
Yeah.
Probably 2 or 3 years old when I first came over.
Yeah, I don't really remember the first time that we met either because...
it was a long time ago.
Yeah, so just for a little bit of background so people know, our dads were like best friends, right? So basically, like, we kind of de facto like hung out with each other because we were the same age, and so every time they'd get together, we'd hang out and we'd be together, and we did all kinds of stuff. So I can't even tell you how many times I remember just going over to my Uncle Emil's house, which he wasn't an uncle by blood, but he had this thing where he wanted everybody to call him uncle. So and if you didn't call him uncle, he'd make a thing out of it, and he as gentle and nice as the man could be, he could be pretty scary if so you didn't. If he said, "I want you to call me uncle," you might resist at first, but then he'd be like, "No, I really want you to call me uncle," and be like, "All right." But it was cool. Yeah, it was really cool.
Submission.
Oh yeah, well, yeah, and I guess the best way to describe Uncle Emil is kind of like, if you think about what's that Ryan Reynolds movie, the Lampoon's movie.
National Lampoon's Vacation.
Not that one. It's the one. It's the one where he's in college. Yeah, well, Van Wilder. That's it. That's exactly it. Yeah. So Uncle Emil was basically like a Van Wilder in the '80s, right? He was that guy. Like, he was the guy that everybody wanted to hang out with. Everybody was friends with the guy. Everybody loved him. But he was a party animal, and man, was he fun.
Yeah.
He was just a fun guy, and he was always doing something different and just, getting people going, and he would get people together, and that was definitely like some of his great qualities that he had.
Almost every weekend in the summertime.
Oh yeah. Almost every weekend in the summertime, he just
going on.
Yeah, people would be over and drinking beer, having a great time, listening to music, all outside. He got a place on Rang Pond, and
nice.
Yeah, and my dad helped him build his house, and.
By hand.
Yeah, and I mean, he's that kind of guy. Like, he is the kind of guy who's just going to do it all by hand, and he was awesome. And I remember hanging out, and I had so many fun times in treehouse, and three wheelers, and just jumping in the lake and all that kind of stuff.
Tarzan rope.
It was
Remember
awesome.
The Tarzan rope he had.
Yep, the Tarzan rope. Yeah, Uncle Emil. He was an arborist. He was a construction guy. He just was one of those guys, and but he was fearless. So he would just climb up a tree, and he climbed all the way up this tree to get the rope at the very end. Now, this tree, it didn't have any like branches on it at the time, but he climbed all the way up, and he was up there so high that the tree was kind of like bending and almost like I don't know. It was like curved over, because no normal person would have tried to do that. Like, that was just his thing, he was fearless, and what a fun guy, man. What a fun guy. So and like I said, I mean, we had plenty of great times too, so that's the intro for my friends here. So what I'd like to do is do what we always do on our show, and first we'll do a cheers. Let me get to the other camera, because people don't like it when we do a cheers without that camera. So first we do a cheers with these beers. Okay, 1 second. Oh, let's do a cheers again.
They want to see the Lewiston Pride.
Yeah, they got to see it. There's the Lewiston Pride.
There it is.
Yeah. Awesome. Okay, so there's the cheers.
Endorsed by Flex Shampoo and Field Soap. I mean,
that was awesome.
Good times.
Awesome. All right, man. Well, now we jump into our next thing, where we do a little bit of beer tasting, right? So I made some new beers. I got some new ones on tap, and actually, technically, nobody has drank the official Philippon beer on my show yet. The Philippon ale that I make with my brother. We came up with that recipe. Nobody's drank that yet, so you guys are the first.
This is what I'm having right
So
now.
congrats, yeah.
On the show.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
That's awesome. That's awesome. No, it's
Yeah.
the PBH. It'll get you.
All right. Well, we got a few testers for you, okay? And so let's start with the first tester here. That first one on the front.
Right.
Yeah, that's a chocolate caramel. So that one people have had. Most people really like that one.
Okay.
So let's try that. I'm just going to drink this beer. Yep. So that one is a chocolate caramel porter. Okay.
Definitely taste the chocolate and the caramel.
Yep. So there's some chocolate and caramel in there, and then the next one's going to be a drastically different taste. So that one is actually the pear cider. Yeah. So this one has mixed reviews. Some people really love it. Some people just don't love it at all.
Cleaning the palate with the
Yeah.
light, don't want it.
Some people don't love the pear cider because it's so different, and it tastes like pears because, like I said, I
good.
me and some friends, we picked the pears,
As it
all that
smells,
stuff.
That's good. It's got a little,
What do you think?
A little
It's
sour
like
to it.
almost in the wine.
Yes, yeah, it is.
Yes.
So it's kind of
and
almost
it's
like a
the
pear
kind that
wine.
I like it.
Really?
What do you
Okay.
think, Kevin?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I like it. Yeah.
I really enjoy
Yeah,
it.
I mean, I like it too, but I had a few people that were just like, I don't like it,
This is.
that's
I
good.
really enjoyed this.
Yep.
Cool. All right, cool. Yeah, well, those testers are for you guys to drink, so you can just have them.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. That's very good.
Yeah, cool. All right, so the next one is just the Philippon Ale. So that's the one that we've all been sharing.
drinking, yeah.
So again, we'll
Might as well. I
Well,
mean,
cheers. We'll have more of that because that's in your mugs anyway. Cool. All right. Okay. Now, the last one is a brand new one. That one is a caramel stout. Okay. So that one's going to taste real similar to your first one, but I doubled the caramel in there. So try that one out. What do you think?
excellent.
Yeah?
What I am going to say about the porter and the stout,
Yeah.
much smoother than a number of others. It's not this heavy aftertaste, if that makes sense.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just very smooth. It's just good balance, good flavor, and you know what I mean. And not over, just heavy. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
You can
Cool.
always sit and enjoy this, I think,
Yeah.
and not be.
Well, that's the thing is that with these darker colored beers, a lot of people think that they're going to be real heavy, and it's really not.
Yeah.
It's not heavy. So, yeah. I'm glad you guys like it.
Danny, that's what and that's what I wanted to say about the first one, and work our way back. But that
Cool,
was
man.
excellent. Oh,
Definitely
wow.
Cool.
like that pineapple one. That was good.
Oh, we got a few people chiming in here. Let's see. We got a few people that have joined here. Awesome. We got Donnie Hamill.
Is Kevin single? Yeah, no, Donnie. No.
Yeah. So we got, let's see, Stephanie, Donnie, Amanda, Karen LaBelle. Awesome. Mike Keep, Tammy Turcott. Boule is growing his hair back out. Nice.
No, I
Yeah.
actually gotta get a haircut on Saturday. I've been lazy. The beard's staying though.
Cool. Yeah. We got a lot of people on. We got, let's see, Christy, Sherry Gagnon, Angie Pleward, Mike Keep, Mike Rucci. Oh, wait a minute. That's for Rucci. You're welcome, buddy. Manna Johnson, Richie. Awesome. Jeff Dion, Brooks Bowden, and Jamie Folker. Awesome. Very cool.
My dad's right there too, Gary Gagnon.
Okay. Yeah. Let's make sure that you get a little closer to the mic.
Oh, okay.
There we go. That should be better. Cool. Yeah. So.
Do you make an IPA?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Well, I haven't made one in a while, but I will make one. So, I'll make one, and then maybe Kevin can come check it out, or if I bottle it, then you can have some and share them.
Heck yeah.
So, yeah. Awesome, man. Well, all right. So let's move on to the next thing here. And so what we got is I actually got like a little bit of a slideshow. So Kevin was nice enough to bring some pictures. So I'm gonna just go ahead and shift that over. So we got a couple pictures of all the people that we were talking about.
Yeah.
This actually is a I don't know, semi-famous picture.
Actually, honestly, I don't even know where I got that picture from. I found it on my phone last night.
Yeah.
And
No, I think it might have been your brother, because your brother is there. Like Uncle Emil is in the front in the white shirt on his knee, And then your brother is right behind him with the blue shirt.
Yep.
And my brother is right behind Uncle Emil, and he is so young in that picture. And then there's my mom and my dad and a bunch of other people that went skiing with us.
Yep.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And I'm there, and I'm very young and very thin. So, yeah, I have proof in these slideshows that I used to be thin. So, yeah.
How small you looked in some of the
Yeah.
pictures I was looking at last night. I was like, I thought he was big. Like,
Yeah. Right? Yeah, there's Uncle Emil and John Richardson and my dad and my mom. And, yeah, unfortunately, John passed, and so did Uncle Emil. So, yeah, this is a good picture. This is a good picture. And Uncle Emil's there with his thumbs up.
Like always.
Yeah.
Every picture.
Yeah, he did. He always had that. Yeah. He was.
Picture.
That's. Whoa, man! You got quite the beard there.
Yeah. I went 1.5 years without shaving.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Man, you're not messing around in that one. Holy crap.
Yeah,
You got some meat.
I like to smoke meat.
I was gonna say
in
that's
the
a nice
summertime.
smoked ham. Is that what you got there? Is that?
Not sure what that one is. It's hard to tell.
It was a yeah.
But I started a few years ago smoking my own meat, making my own
Absolutely.
rub.
Oh yeah.
So
When I was living down south, that's I think it's something that worked its way north.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? When I was coming back from Florida when I first was living down there 15 years ago, people didn't have a clue, and now it's a thing. I mean,
it's become a little more popular. Yeah.
So, what is this a brisket?
actually it does kind of look. Looks between.
It's hard to tell. Yeah, I think it is a brisket.
That's more brisket. Absolutely.
Yeah, I
That's
mean,
not
it
ham.
looks
That's a
good, man.
brisket.
Yeah.
That's a
Looks
brisket.
good. Oh man, look at that! You sliced it all up.
Yeah.
Jeez.
That looks, man. That's making me hungry.
Get the smoke ring. Oh yeah.
Nice. All right,
Some,
more.
Some beef ribs.
Damn.
Yeah.
Those aren't baby
Yep.
backs. I think they're beef ribs.
Look good. Yeah, you had like 4 different ones
Yeah.
here.
Like
I know the
4
picture's a
different
little
racks
small
of
for
ribs.
us, but
They're all the same type of ribs, but different rub.
yeah,
Each one of them.
that's cool. So you're kind of experimenting just like I am.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like-
You make your own rub?
Yep.
That's
I do
very
once
cool.
in a while.
Wow.
I'll look up recipes, and those ones there ain't my own rubs, but
That's
I
awesome.
do look it up and I rub and then let them sit overnight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very cool. Very cool. Yeah, it's very similar to like what I'm doing is, I'll make a similar recipe, but then I'm just changing small parts of it. So like I might change the hops or I might change the malts a little bit.
Yeah.
And what I really want to do is I want to understand exactly what that does. Exactly how it changes the flavors and stuff.
Yeah.
So.
You don't know unless you try, so I mean.
That's right.
it
Yeah,
ain't always gonna
and
work.
it's like any experiment. You got to keep kind of a control group, or at least in this case, it would be like some of the same base ingredients, and then you just change some of the other stuff to see exactly how much effect it has on the taste.
Yep.
So it takes a lot of different batches, a lot of practice. I'm sure with you it's the same type of thing there.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I definitely have had some failed ribs and
Yeah.
yeah. But you
Well,
experiment-
I don't know. I mean, a failed rib is probably still pretty great.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's fun.
Yeah. So that's cool, man. All right, what do we got next? We got some more.
Those are those 4 ribs you saw.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah.
Those look real good. And back to the front. Cool.
It's good stuff, man.
Very cool. Well, we got a video too, I think. Let's see if we can hear this.
You guys can't video that. Okay,
We'll
one.
just delete it.
So just in your mouth and swallow.
Sean, take the
My old lady's gonna kill
I don't
me for
wanna bite it.
putting this on here. That's an oyster shooter.
Fucking gross.
So she loved that. That was an oyster shooter. So I take it she's not into it.
No, well, the thing is she don't like seafood.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So we were out in Washington State visiting my mom and her boyfriend, and
Oysters
we
something
stopped
that's-
somewhere, and they had oyster shooters, and
Right?
I didn't even try it. I couldn't do it.
Oysters a little.
So-
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not super
I like
into.
I'm not into like fishy. I'm into like your flaky whitefish, lobster, shrimps,
Yeah.
things like that. But like salmon, I won't have. I'll do haddock, but salmon I won't touch. Bass, a lot of your lake fish, your fishy fish, I'm just not into it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We could go a few different ways with that. So.
So I actually got kind of a weird story about that, about just seafood in general. So I'm allergic to shellfish, right?
Really?
Yeah. Not deathly allergic. What I think Jessica would call funny allergic.
You never had lobster up at the house?
Oh no, I've had lobster and shrimp and shellfish and stuff. Okay. But what happens is if I have like a little cut in my lip, it blows right up. Right, and it gets huge, like Nutty Professor, right? Just like that.
God.
Yeah, and it looks stupid and it hurts, but Jessica thinks it's hilarious, right? So she just thinks it's funny. But yeah, I mean, I've never had like a serious reaction, but I've had that happen a couple times.
That's all that happens is you.
So like, if
That's all I've seen.
Like
That's
if
all
she
I've
knows
seen.
you guys are going out for like lobster or something, like, and she's like, "Oh, give me a kiss." Like,
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't mess around with it. So I don't do it. Because it's like a gamble, right? Like 9 times out of 10, I'm fine, and then that 1 time out of 10, it's really uncomfortable for me, and it's no fun for me. It's fun for everybody else, but
Jessica enjoys it.
yeah, they love it. But anyway, so I've got that kind of allergy. So recently, somebody wanted to take me to a dinner, and it was just this thing or whatever. Right. So they chose where to eat, and it was a seafood place.
Great.
And it was one of those deals where I couldn't be like, I can't really go there. So I went there and I ordered something off their menu, and I'm like, man, I really hope that they didn't cook this in the same, exact place with too much of the seafood that actually gets in contact with my food.
So what'd you end up getting? Like the seafood tasting leather?
I got a brisket sandwich. I got it. Yeah.
And
I
how
did.
was
Play
it?
it safe.
It was actually really great. Yeah. So it worked out. I didn't have to be super embarrassed with the swollen lip or anything.
If it
So
was 20 years ago,
Yeah.
you would have ended up with like some shitty leathery fish tasting,
Yeah.
sirloin of some sort.
get a little closer, buddy.
Oh, yeah, okay. All right.
I can't turn your mic up anymore. It's as far as it'll go.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
I've always been told I was loud. I don't want to be yelling.
What's that?
I've always been told. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You see what I did there?
That was good.
I love me some Price is
man.
Right. I love
Well,
me
we
some Price is
got
Right.
another video from Kevin here, and why don't we play that one? So actually, hold on a second. This is very important. You guys topped off? You're not.
No, but I've got a whole. But hey.
All right, so let's play the video, and I'll top you off.
You're on. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my dad.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He, I think he was bored one night and just, I don't know, wanted to do something funny.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
I think that was probably recorded about 15 years ago.
Yeah.
If he's watching, he might chime in and let you know how long it's been.
Yeah, that was. I saw that, and when you see the first frame, you don't really know what to think, and then after that, it kind of, I don't know, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty good actually. Yeah, pretty creative. I don't know. All right, so we've got. Let's see, we've got another.
Oh, here we go.
Another slideshow here. I think that we. Oh, look at that. All right, we're going way back on this one, Mike. Why don't you explain what's going on with this one?
Well, it's high school graduation, and yeah, I was digging through the crates last night, if you will, and found some pictures. Got a picture of you and me. I think this marquee that's in there as well. It's going to be pretty interesting. Oh, geez. Yeah, I was all adamant about having the student council thing, though I only was on it for probably like a year and didn't really do much other than maybe a couple of meetings, but I wanted to have some yellow thing around me because
It's all that mattered.
I couldn't make it, national
Yeah,
honor society, so.
I was one of those top 10% students that I kind of messed around in high school, and I mean, I did fine with my grades, but I wasn't trying to like take the honors classes or get a yellow sash, which maybe I should have, but then I did in college, so whatever. I guess it kind of worked out.
I was so proud of you that day, and I'm sure, we'll get to that. I remember, being at your graduation, but I never liked school.
Well,
okay,
hold on. Let's get into that.
What?
I do remember something about you being at my graduation. What do you remember?
I remember you, being.
Were you the guy streaking across the stadium?
Almost, yeah.
Was it Jason Petrie? Was his name? Petrie?
Matt Petrie, yeah.
Petrie. They were like back and forth. It was going to be who was going to be first and second. Unfortunately, Denny ended up in second. Whatever. But I mean, just being so proud and being there. I mean, I don't recall what I did that day. I might have already been having who knows back then.
Yeah, Matt Petrie. He was. I mean, he still is one of my good friends, and
awesome.
Oh yeah, he's awesome. He's a great guy.
I remember he was a good guy. I remember when we went golfing at the Waterville Public Course.
Yeah. We used to do some stuff like that. But yeah, he was the president of the Honor Society. I was the vice president, and so he just edged me out, I guess, for maybe like a 1/10 of a point in GPA or something like that.
It was something stupid.
It was something tiny like that, but whatever. Whatever, I won't hold a grudge. No, I called the guy. We've been talking, and he's a good guy, man. I actually miss hanging out with him. I hope that he wants to come on the show. So
wow, that would be awesome.
Yeah, he's a fun guy.
Yeah.
So what else do you remember about coming to my graduation?
So after we went over, we went over to 1010 afterwards on Center Street, but that's really not. It's after 1010 before we were going back to Denny's apartment. My smart self decided I was going to do a Chinese fire drill by myself, by the way, outside of my own car, outside in front of the sheriff department, with, not paying attention, a sheriff directly behind me. I get pulled over, and they just.
How'd that go?
He's like, what?
Well, we knew you weren't in any real trouble.
What the hell you were doing, and then basically explained, my buddy just graduated, and it's like, that was the dumbest thing. He ended up letting me go. He didn't write me up.
Yeah. I mean,
right in front of the sheriff department with a sheriff behind me, I do my own, by myself, Chinese fire drill at a red light.
Yep. Yeah, you did. Oh, man, yep. I remember that. But you didn't get in trouble.
It was worth it.
Like I said.
It was worth it. Hey, listen, if they would have hauled my ass in, it would have been worth it. My father.
Who's this skinny kid?
Whatever.
In his friggin' Umbros.
That's one of the picks I was talking about. Denny was benching like 345 at that point. I'm like, how?
Yeah, I know. I don't even know how that worked out, but I was.
And I'm not exaggerating either. He was benching probably at like 345 at that point. I'm like,
Sure he was.
And that's us standing in my front yard with a bunch of old people, actually. My mama.
Well, all those old people, it had to be your family, right?
Yeah, and actually it was some neighbors, but
Oh, okay, yeah.
I miss my
neighbors
mama.
too. That's cool. Yeah, I haven't seen that. That's funny because I'm wearing the same. So you maybe took the picture on the same day. Look at that.
That was my graduation party.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
So, yeah, we were. Yeah, you would come over, so I had some pictures from that.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Look at that.
That was senior year of college. That was fall ball lacrosse.
Dude, you look like a stud there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Little lean machine here. There. It's a little
Lacrosse. Yeah, he's got the shoulders showing.
Still not benching 345 though, are you?
Well.
I never did that. I'm gonna tell you that. Jeez, no way. And
There you go.
one of the worst days of my life, actually.
Worst days.
Yeah, absolutely. I actually can remember.
Graduated college.
I know.
Right after that, I actually do remember getting that picture taken. I had to walk back to my apartment, clear some things out, or down, the townhouse, and supposed to hop in the car with my folks. And I just said, I just need some time alone. And I walked back by myself, and just to kind of think, it's kind of one of them reality checks. It's sort of what has happened, yesterday, turning 40. It's just, all right, what now?
Well, happy birthday.
Yeah, well, I didn't mean to, make a thing of it. I'm just putting
No.
but thank you. I appreciate it.
No, look, man. I really loved your friends from college. Like some of these guys here.
I remember, Kyle and Camuso. I remember them coming by
Yep.
the place. Yeah.
Kyle and Camuso.
Look at the highlights. I had some great hair back
Yeah.
then. Yeah. That was Roy Conrad up there, and then that was Jeff Goldberg.
Yeah, I didn't really meet those
You didn't
guys.
meet
I
those
met
guys. Well, that was Roy's second freshman year, or second, because he bombed out the year before. He bombed out. He never went to class.
Well,
Great guy.
not only did I meet, but we hung out like with Camuso and
Oh crap! I remember when you came down senior year. I got you ripped to all hell. Yeah.
I remember having a few drinks.
Yeah.
Going down and having a little bit of fun there. That was cool. That was a good time. What's this, man?
Well, we were doing a flash poll as to what I'm supposed to eat at Gipper's on Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Should I do the Intimidator? The Intimidator is actually it's a buffalo
Is that
chicken
it?
sandwich.
Oh,
We'll get to
man.
that. That was actually me. Didn't have too many really good pictures, but playing little beer league hockey in Florida.
That's cool.
That was actually some great times with those guys.
Yeah, man.
That's Rolly Fingers. So, do we do the Rolly Fingers at Gipper's on Saturday, or do we do the Intimidator buffalo chicken sandwich?
Raleigh Fingers. I have never seen this guy before. I don't.
I
you remember
have no
Justin
idea who he
Vincent?
is either.
Yeah.
Oh my God, Justin Vincent. His
Of course I
father
know
had-
Justin.
His basement had his.
Was he
father-
all about Raleigh Fingers?
He had some Rolly Fingers stuff up there, but he was mad into baseball cards. He had a whole library.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
kinds of- he had so much Rolly Finger stuff up in there. That's all I remember. It was awesome. It's awesome. Ah, yes.
I bought this cool painting of Jeffrey Epstein. I guess I have to stop by Lowe's for a hammer and get some nails because it's not going to hang himself.
Yep. Another shout out to my liberals.
Yeah.
The liberals. They're not mine. So
I don't know, man.
there we go.
All
And I
right.
actually was a Democrat in that picture. It's
Yeah?
kinda funny. Yeah.
You were?
How things turned out. Anyway.
Oh, man. Oh, we got a couple people saying, you guys look like a boy band. Happy birthday, Mike. Welcome to Club 40.
The irony is when I actually sent that picture to
that's
Jenny last
funny.
night, I said, "Well, we can't leave out the boy band phase." The funny thing is we were the guys, all of us back then, talked about NSYNC, Backstreet Boys. They're so. But who were the first guys to run out to Abercrombie or whatever and dress like them and do their hair up like them because that's what the girls like? But we made fun of them.
Yeah,
Like,
I mean,
hair. But not really.
it was probably Mike Boulay. He was probably the first person. I bet they
I
copied
didn't
you.
start it. I really did not start it. No.
Oh, man. That's awesome. So, see, here's the weird thing is that I mean, I hadn't seen you for a number of years, and I haven't seen Kevin for even longer. Honestly, I haven't seen you for like 20-something years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Teenagers.
Yeah, it's been forever. It's been forever. So, yeah, man, like just the fact that you reached out was so cool. And yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping to have like you and your brother on at the same time. But I mean, whatever, you know, like life gets in the way.
We'll come back on. He'll be
Yeah,
with me.
of course.
Yeah.
See, that's the funny thing about this is that, you know, I had somebody tell me, they said, "Oh, you're gonna run out of people." It's like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. I got like a list of like 100 people long, and I got people reaching out to me after these shows, and
You're going 2 days a week. You're going Thursday and Sunday.
Oh yeah. No, I've got like this huge list of people that want to be on and stuff, and it's been fun, and yeah, I mean, why wouldn't you want to be on? Like some free beer, you just have fun, you know?
That's all I'm here for.
Yeah.
Free beer.
Why not, right? So yeah, I'm glad that both of you guys were able to come on today, because it's just like I said, you know, middle of the week or whatever, and. Yeah.
It's not really middle of the week. It's Thursday.
It's kind of, you know what? Yeah, it's like it's ladies' night, right?
Is it?
Yeah. Right?
Yeah, looking around.
I guess. I don't know. I mean, my place is kind of a bar, but yeah, man. So Kevin, like, tell me like a crazy story about Uncle Emil that people don't know. I want to know. I mean, tell me what you can.
Jesus.
You got to have at least one. I know you do.
Oh,
man, I remember so many times just going over, hanging out, and like we go up into your room because it was in the second floor, right? And so it had the pitch of the roof and everything.
It was in the attic, actually.
Yeah.
It was third floor.
Yeah, that's right.
Downstairs.
Yes, that's right. But I thought it was the coolest, and I loved it, man. Yeah.
No, we had to move my room up there because my brother was born, so he got the bedroom on the second floor.
Yes, that's
I moved
right.
up
That's
on the
right.
third floor. Yeah. One thing I remember is that freaking Tarzan rope he had down there. He actually made a platform like halfway up a tree.
Yes, he did.
As far as that rope could reach.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
And there was 3 guys that held on to the rope at the same time. That might have been one of them.
My dad?
Yeah. I'm not sure. I don't know.
That couldn't have been a good idea.
It's not good.
One of them was Emil.
Anybody who hasn't met my dad,
He's only like
He's
about
like-
5'2", about 130.
yeah.
I was gonna say 8'6",
Yeah.
300. You know.
It's like
No,
the
my
White
dad's
Shack.
he's 6'5", and at that time he was probably close to 290. He
Pure
was
muscle.
Yeah, he was into powerlifting and bodybuilding and stuff, and he was just a big man.
Yeah,
I mean, he still is, but
competitions with Emil.
Yes.
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. They used to weightlift with what's that guy? The local guy here.
Tony Atlas.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. So
Yeah.
they weren't small boys.
No,
But
no.
They were all hanging on that rope, and they got out there, and the rope snapped a quarter of the way, into the water. Yeah. Nobody got hurt, luckily, but.
Yeah. Well, it's funny though, because I mean, Uncle Emil was one of those guys where he would get hurt, but he's a tough guy. He would just play it off like it was nothing. I mean,
Rub some dirt on it. That's it.
He'd
Just
put some
rub dirt on it.
vitamin E on it is what he would do. He, like I said, he was an arborist, so he would cut trees or whatever. Well, one time he was using an old saw and it kicked back on him, and it like just ripped his arm up. And the thing,
You remember this, I'm guessing?
I was there.
oh yeah,
Oh, my
and
Lord.
it just
I had to run to the neighbor's house.
yeah. It ripped his arm up, right? And he refused to go to the hospital.
Yep.
He got some butterfly stitches,
Yep.
and he just threw those things on
was
it,
it.
and just he was like, I'm going to fix this with vitamin E. So he just put like vitamin E on the thing,
Yep.
and like honestly, he healed up pretty good. considering how bad
His face,
the injury really was.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
Two cuts
Yeah.
with a
Real.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Wow.
He's a
Never
tough
went-
guy, man.
He hated going to the hospital.
Yeah, no, he didn't like. I don't blame him. But yeah, but that's
remember that
who
day.
he
I
was.
there.
Yeah,
Jeez.
Yep.
you were the kid that ran to the neighbors.
I had to go to the neighbor's house
The neighbors were not close.
to ask. He wanted me to ask for bandages, not to call 911.
Go get some bandages. Yeah, that's it.
Ask
Yeah.
for some band-aids, and that was it. And I'm pretty
That
sure
sounds
he
about
put
right.
The rest of the tree down. We
Yeah.
went home and
Oh, I bet.
just put some butterfly
I
band-aids
bet.
on it, and
Yeah,
I remember that.
man.
Yeah,
You know, I actually.
that's funny. How do you know that? How did
How-
you hear about that?
How do I didn't hear about it. I saw his arm. I'm like, what the hell happened? He's like, no big deal. No
Yeah.
big deal.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Actually, no. Uncle Emil makes sense. I gashed my floor. I still got this mega scar on my shin down in Florida, and I basically all I wanted to do was just wrap it up with duct tape and paper towels. I think.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, maybe a little. I had some gauze. I think I grabbed it. I'm like, I'm not going to take care of this.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know. It's not fun going to the hospital, so
No.
whatever. I mean, you do it when you have to, but I guess if you're tough like Uncle Emil, you don't have to.
I don't know how he did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's old school French. That's how. We
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you told me that you install insulation
Yeah.
for a
yeah.
That's cool.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So you've been doing that for a while now.
Yeah, 19 years.
Yeah.
Up here, and
Wow.
yeah,
Man.
right straight from high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, man.
I got about almost 9 years with one company, and going on 10 years with the company I'm with now.
That's impressive.
So-
That really is. You don't hear that a lot today.
No. Yeah.
Yeah. I can't say that. I can tell you that. So.
Yeah, yeah. Cool. So so you're doing that, and Boule, what are you doing?
I'm still in the insurance gig.
You're insurance. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually working for the Geico local office in
Yeah.
Port when I started there in July. Applied there I was with Cross, and yeah, it's going
Yeah.
well. And then it's actually, it's locally owned. This young lady moved up. Her name's Ashley. She moved up from Virginia. Has always wanted to come up here. She had worked in a couple local offices down here, so it's a locally owned business. It's not.
Yeah.
So I actually work for
So
her.
this young woman,
Yeah.
she moved up to work at the place that you're working
To
at.
actually open this branch and to open this local.
Oh,
office.
okay.
So we actually cover, and it's not going to be like some other places that are on every corner. Geico is just this probably may be the only one for Maine. And
No kidding.
So yeah, I mean, if they would ever.
Did you know that I got into insurance?
No, I did not.
I did. I
When did
sold insurance for the shortest time. I mean, it's a natural transition to go from engineering and project management into selling insurance, right? Everybody does that. That's like, that's a career path.
It's not easy. It's what I know. It's all
Yeah.
I know, and it's.
So I took the
not
test and I
easy.
passed.
Awesome. Yeah. It's,
Yeah. No, I was selling
actually.
Aflac. Yeah.
Oh, Aflac is, yes. Listen, there's folks that have been doing it for a long time, and it's hard. It really is.
Yeah, it is.
The ones that have been doing it for a while, and they make it, they do very well, but the rate of success is very minimal, unfortunately. So.
Yeah. Well, the thing about insurance is that you have to get a huge customer base so that you get the residuals. Yeah, you get the
It all
residuals.
depends on different form. With what I'm working in, I'm getting paid a base, and I'm getting paid for the policies that I'm writing. And
Yep.
as we grow and our
Yep.
book grows, I'll just get paid more. Very, very happy. She does a great job taking care of us.
Yeah. Well, I didn't do it long enough to make money. and
I'm not making it. I'm not killing it right
I
now
had
either,
to get
so.
back into project management. So, it's kind of a weird career path to go from.
What made you go from engineering to?
It was in between. It was
Yeah.
in between.
Yeah.
I was only doing it for a few months, and
Yeah.
so it was one of those things where I didn't know where I was gonna end up at the time. So
I wouldn't tell somebody to go that direction. I mean, if they didn't have to, I'd be.
Yeah, well, I mean-
And yeah, to be honest,
You can if you're young. If you're young, it could be a fantastic career.
absolutely.
Like honestly, like when you start real young, you know, because you can get those residuals and basically build a great life on that.
What I enjoyed was dealing with folks with their Medicare, your seniors, and folks that may be under 65 and disability. That's, I think some days I have a harder time because all right, you're just trying to save money on in your auto insurance. It's not drilling down to somebody and their real needs. And when you're talking to somebody about their Medicare who's on 14 different medications and some serious health issues, they've got a serious problem, and that's when you can help them and put some money back in their pocket, find something that might better work for them. That's a win.
Yeah.
Yeah. Definitely.
That's
All right.
truly helping someone. So.
You know what else is also truly helping somebody? Putting insulation in somebody's garage.
Goddamn
That's what
right.
Jessica's telling me. She says, "Oh, you can you can insulate Denny's garage." yeah. See, it's an ulterior motive. It's the real reason I wanted to have you on. No, I'm just kidding.
Supply the beer. I'll.
Yeah, right. Oh well, you know what? You get that for days. So yeah,
Good insulation-
anytime, man.
Good insulation prevents loss.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Yeah. So, well, I got a, I got a garage, but I got one side of my garage that is kind of like it's my workshop. It's my baby. It's where I put my stuff, but I got like my tools and my saws and that kind of stuff. Like if I'm doing a project or whatever, I'll I kind of hunker down in there. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but this bar, I made this bar. Like this is a concrete top, and
Oh, really?
yeah, so I made that. That was like a project I
I
worked on.
You telling me
Oh, shit.
that.
That looks
Yeah,
good.
yeah. So I made a mold in that garage, and
How now is how
made
how
this
do you
bar
make-
top.
How do you make a mold like this?
Yeah. Okay. Well, basically, you just make it the shape that you want it to be, and you make it the right shape. You make sure that it's the right height. So the thickness of this thing, that's the height, right? And then you mix your concrete. You pour it in, and then you gotta have help of people to help you take it out of the mold. And so they help you take it out of the mold. You flip the thing over, and then after that, I
Like an injection molding? I don't know.
no injection.
I don't know.
No injection.
Shit. Damn knows.
No, just a regular mold that you just pour stuff into.
Okay.
And then I covered the top in
Laughing.
epoxy.
That's funny. He
Yeah.
knows. He knows. I don't know shit. I mean, I really don't.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So
Oh,
That's
that's
why I do
cool.
what I do. Is
yeah, I mean,
that's pretty neat.
I made this. I made this whole bar. I mean, I started off. I was just going to make like a little rectangle, and just put a few things under it. And then I was like, nah, I got to design this thing. So I actually used CAD because that was my background as an engineer. So I used CAD, and then I just started, really kind of over designing the hell out of it. And my dad was teasing me. He's like, if your Uncle Emil was making this, he would have made this in like 20 minutes. And he's not wrong. But I designed this thing, and I made it, I over designed it.
You use CAD for this?
Yeah. Yeah. I legit have 3D CAD
This whole
designs
thing, like, about
to make this
CAD
thing.
And I think CAD's awesome. I don't know shit about it. It's pretty-
might
Like if
jump
somebody
on
wanted to make this whole thing, if they had the tools, they could make the whole thing for about $200. Yeah, the whole thing for about $200 if they had the tools. The tools themselves would probably cost $300.
Right.
But I mean, I have the tools, so if somebody wants to use my design, they could just use the design, and I'll let them use my tools. You know what I mean? So yeah.
So my question is, what the hell is CAD?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hang on.
Go ahead.
Can I try it?
You know what? Go ahead. Okay. Wait. Hold on.
Sorry.
You're learning what CAD is from an insurance guy.
And I'm pretty.
Is that
And he,
good or
yeah,
bad? I mean,
he knows.
it
He
is-
knows. He's going to tell you straight up.
Folks,
Am I going to
CAD?
understand it?
Oh, absolutely. It is computer assisted drafting.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It is.
I actually had a little experience with CAD. Was it 3000 that you had at your apartment on Pine Street? CAD?
Something like that. Yeah.
I actually, I was helping him, with one of his papers, but I hopped in and helped him with his CAD project as well. Didn't really come out that well. Basically, it just looked like a bunch of circles and lines and shit just all over the place. And said,
They were the best circles and lines.
Probably
Yeah.
if you, I think Denny, you would say probably if you met somebody that had raw talent, was unrefined CAD, that I would be the guy. Like,
Yeah. I mean,
that's the guy.
if I was looking for somebody with raw talent, I probably would have picked you. I mean,
Raw talent.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right.
Clearly.
Appreciate it. It's pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Computer assisted drafting.
computer
everybody.
assisted. So it's basically the software that engineers and designers use that they usually give to builders. So that builders, and then builders look at them and they're like, "What the hell is this? This doesn't make any sense."
Architects.
Friggin' guys don't know shit. Right?
We have the builders, architects. Do they specifically use the software as well?
Oh yeah,
Maybe in a different
architects.
variant or-
Architects, absolutely. Yeah. They'll use different CAD softwares,
Right, different
but
variants, if you
they
will.
use CAD. Absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
I got a cousin who's an engineer, so he probably knows all about it.
Oh, absolutely. I'm sure he's
I
using
thought
it.
about CAD on the way here tonight. I figured it would come up.
Yeah,
I mean,
because
so I was like, oh.
you were thinking about how can you use CAD to sell more insurance?
It's maybe, you can't make graphs out of it. So
You can.
No shit.
Yeah, I mean it's way easier to do it with Excel, but you could.
You're right.
But you could make graphs out of CAD.
Well, you know what? This would be a sidebar conversation. How about that?
All right.
CAD for graphs. I'm going to be telling my owner about
I'll make
this.
a
We're going in
legit
there.
3D graph with CAD.
You should just come with me to work tomorrow. This is Denny Philippon. We're gonna
Yeah. Hey.
we're gonna blow.
Don't
some
mind
hearts and
me.
minds. Okay.
You know what? He sells insurance. I do CAD.
And
we're gonna
blow
get
hearts
this.
and minds. Okay. Actually, just chill out. Just you need to listen to this.
Yeah, see, we got somebody here saying that they use CAD software when they work for LL Bean to maintain facility assembly line layouts. That's exactly.
That's operations management right there. as
Yes,
well.
it is.
Okay.
Yes, it
It's
is.
operations management.
Exactly. See, we got
That's-
people
that's
online
very
that know
interesting. CAD
what it's
in
all about.
operations-
I'm glad they know. I don't.
That's
That means
interesting.
nothing to me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you get into a place and you get it done. And I will say this is that I have a lot of respect for that because I have a tendency to get like one of those to kind of freeze up and be like, I got a plan. I got to know what I'm doing. I got to, and so it usually takes me a while to get traction. I mean, granted, I get things going.
Yeah.
And I do, but like when I want something to come out nice, I don't just jump right in, and so like I'm pretty jealous of people that are able to do that because that's not who I am, Like I'll jump in and learning, but I'm not going to jump in and just do it and then fail. Like for me, I don't know what it is. It's part of my personality. Like I don't want to go in and just have a hard time.
So that's why you're not in insurance anymore.
Yeah, no joke, man. Because when you're in insurance, you got to get used to
you gotta
having
be on the
people
fly.
tell you no, or having people be like,
And I had a coaching session today with somebody from corporate. We talked. He's like, you've got all this experience. That's the hardest part. Just coaching little things and things like it just help me out. But
yeah,
it's the hardest thing is okay. I have to learn all these technicals and I have to know how to. So I know where you were at. It sucks.
yeah, man. I mean, when I was starting out with the insurance thing, I had no training, no sales background. So all of that's, and honestly, I was looking at it like, you know what? I got to feed my family. So
Right.
at the time, I was just like, I'm gonna go out there, and it's gonna be like the shotgun effect. I'm gonna do whatever it takes
Right.
to friggin' make sales and get this done. So, I mean, I was making all the phone calls in the book, getting all the rejection in the world, on foot, going to places, just trying to make it happen. And it's tough. It is
Hard
tough.
as hell.
It's tough when it's your career, and when you're trying to maintain a family on that. So, I mean, I have friends that do a lot of insurance stuff, and they come to me and they say, hey, do you want to buy this or that? And, depending on what company they work for, because that makes a difference to me, I might do it or whatever. But at this, I respect the fact that they're trying to feed their families on that career, because it ain't easy.
And I respect that. And
Yeah.
the other thing is, the issue that I've always had is there is a kind of my own personal line. I've never come to you and, hey, Denny, I've kind of, which is different from a lot of different agents, but I've been in positions where I know that I was going to be able to make my own way.
Yeah.
But friends and family for me is very tough. Very tough.
I actually do appreciate that because, but I know that you're in insurance, and quite frankly, if I wanted to make an insurance change,
If anyone's,
I would go to you.
If anyone just wants to make, just to get a quote. I mean, somebody,
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, hey, do you want a quote? Fine,
Yeah.
but I'm not going to pound it. There was one particular company I was interviewing with last year, and they wanted, you to set up your whole list of, 100 friends and family, and you're pitching them all.
Yeah,
before you even-
yeah.
And I said, no, that's
Yeah.
not right. That's not how
Right,
I operate.
right.
And it didn't go forward from that. I just
Yeah.
kept going with what
Yeah.
I was doing. So
Yeah, I got another buddy of mine that does the insurance thing, and I had a really bad insurance experience with the company that he works for. Like, when you talk bad, I'm talking like as bad as it gets.
if it's what we were talking about last year,
Yes,
we'll
yes.
leave it at that. We're not.
And so I don't want to name the company because,
that's
whatever.
fine. I
But-
kick their ass every day, by the way.
Yeah,
so it's
good,
very
good.
entertaining. But that's fine.
But that company did my family wrong, okay? And then, he works for them, and then I told him, I said, hey, they did my family wrong. And he won't stop coming and asking for me, and honestly, it's upsetting. You know what I mean? Like I don't want to be the rude one, but it's upsetting to me because it's like, hey, they really did my family wrong, and yet you keep coming back to me and saying, hey, do you want to buy insurance from me and that company? The answer is no. Like, you work for another company, I'll get the quotes, I'll give you all the info, we'll figure out if it works and all that other crap.
I'm glad
but
he can
you work for that company, there is not a chance.
I'm glad he can.
They did my family wrong. I'm not doing that.
I'm glad he can sleep at night.
Yeah, well, I mean,
that's fine,
it's the
because
same.
he,
It's the
as
same
well as a
deal.
few
He's
other-
trying to feed his family too. So, I mean, that part of it
that's
I
part of his
get.
job,
but
you
it's
know.
like you gotta take some social cues. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's listen. That's
Yeah.
Yeah. I-
Like, if your friend tells you that company screwed them over, and no joke, this is what I told him. I said,
This is stupid.
listen, if your company gave me the insurance for free, I wouldn't take it because they won't pay.
Yeah.
It's unfortunate because
That's what I
sometimes-
told him. I told him that, and he's still trying to sell me insurance. I'm like, holy dude,
So
you're not listening, man.
One, that's unfortunately sometimes when you find out how good your insurance company is when you have to use them, and then when you can't use them, and then they come at you twice, then they're probably not that great. That's kind of scary.
Was it cheap insurance though?
No.
Hey,
I know
is
who
the
they
insurance
are.
any good if it doesn't pay out when you need it?
Yeah, no.
No.
It doesn't. Yeah, you
No.
need to pay. It needs.
Yeah.
It needs to be there. You need to feel secure.
Yeah.
Well, you pay for insurance for a reason, right?
Except in Florida.
Yeah.
If you were a homeowner
Yeah.
in Florida, I wrote that down there. You're basically, for a lot of places, you're just paying to say you have insurance. It's very sad, actually. It's not a joke, but
Craig Mercier, you know Craig.
oh,
You know
shit.
Craig, yeah. He's been a
Craig,
very,
what's going on,
he's
brother?
been a great supporter of the show. He says when he left the Coast Guard. Yeah, he was in the Coast
Got
Guard.
out of the Coast Guard. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your service, Craig. I followed you. You looked like you had a great career in the Coast Guard. You have your photos up on Facebook. So that's awesome.
Well, he's doing
Maybe,
really good now. He's got like I think he's got like a couple degrees or something, and he's doing real
That's
good.
awesome. No,
Yeah.
that's awesome.
So he says that he had a tough time after the Coast Guard though for a little bit, and he said he would never work at a call center. Got hired at TD Bank, and today had been promoted twice, and now in project management. Nice. It's tough
awesome.
to change jobs, but you have to give some opportunities and a chance to support yourself or a family. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah,
Craig,
man.
that's awesome.
Yeah, I agree.
That's awesome. But good to hear you coming on.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, I heard that he was doing pretty well, so I'm glad he is.
Yeah.
You know.
That's awesome.
No, he was always a good guy and great. And like I said, following him, went to the Coast Guard, and always, every time he put up a posting, looked like he was having a blast. So
Yeah, man.
awesome. Thank you for your
Yeah.
service again.
Yeah.
So you got to tell me a little bit more about what's going on with you, because it's been like 25 years, Kevin. Like I gotta know, what are you up to? Like, obviously I know your job, right?
Yeah.
But you got a family. You got a lady, because we saw her do that taste test that she loved.
Yeah. She's gonna kill me for
Yeah. Tell her
saying
she's
that one,
famous
but-
now. Yeah, that's
right.
cool.
Yeah. No, yeah, I've been engaged for probably 3 years now.
Wow. All right, man.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Congrats.
That is awesome.
Couple kids, couples.
You got a couple kids. I didn't know that.
Yep.
Ages?
2 daughters, 8 and 14, going on 15.
8 and 14.
this month.
Woo.
Wow.
Yeah. So, okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna say the same thing that everybody says to men that have daughters, in particular teenagers.
I don't know anything about this.
What's going on with this, man? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do
You don't
when she
wanna
starts
know.
dating?
Oh man. Well, yeah, the dating started now.
Okay. Ooh.
This past year.
Yeah, that's tough.
So what's your choice of cleaning when they show up? 30-06, 12 gauge, 20 gauge? I'm just curious. What's on the
Which
table?
one do you clean
What do you clean?
when they come
Oh, you
over?
line up and you've got the whole can.
All of them.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah. No, it's she's a handful, but she's good. In teenager life, especially when they hit the very beginning of the teenage, emotional, crying.
Oh man, yeah.
I don't want to scare you. So.
No. So I got a daughter. She's younger than yours, and she's 11. So
Not by much.
yeah. Well, it's not by much, but it is. It's kind of like that age. She still loves me. So I'm enjoying it for now. Hopefully it can last forever, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Well, once she gets older, she's gonna want to start hanging out with her friends.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well, she
doesn't
still
live with-
does. Yeah.
Yeah, and in my case, my daughter don't live with me full time, so I get her on every weekend.
Yeah.
It's been slowly every other weekend or one weekend.
Because she's hanging out with her
night.
friends,
she
or
wants to hang out with her friends.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you
she's that age. She's a
can't say
teenager,
nothing.
man. It's
Yeah.
That's to be understood. I mean,
Oh yeah,
you know.
I do. It sucks, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, my girl's still at the age where she still is cool with me hanging out,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I
Yeah.
love it. Like her age right now, she's sarcastic and funny and fun, and honestly, she has insight to things that somebody her age never does.
Well, gee, I'm
she's
kind of shocked. She's brilliant and athletic and all of these things. I have no idea where she got any of this.
her mother.
I mean, seriously.
Yeah, her mother.
Like you were talking to me about like she had basketball, and stuff.
Oh yeah,
But she likes sports. Like,
yeah,
where did
basketball and
she get that?
softball. Yeah,
where
she's.
does her
I'm her
athleticism
coach.
Come from
Yeah, man.
brilliance. I mean, I don't know where did she gets any of it.
Yeah, no, I just, I mean, I coach her, and we just she's cool with me coaching her, and I've been teaching her some stuff, and she's just. Yeah, it's
awesome.
pretty great
That's
right
awesome.
now. I'm not gonna lie.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah,
It might come to an end.
it might, and I don't. And I tell everybody the same thing. I say, look, I know you're right, but I'm just gonna enjoy it while I can.
Just soak it up like.
And,
Yep.
and do
I'm
the
gonna
best
enjoy
that
it while
you
I can.
can to continue. And again,
For sure.
I don't know
Yeah.
anything, but you do the best you can to foster and
For sure.
help it.
I'm having a blast with her every time I can. I mean, like I legit love hanging out with her. She's just funny, man. She's a funny kid. She's kind of a smart ass. She probably gets that from her mother too. I mean, it's probably where she gets it. Yeah. So it's just
Funny.
she's just a funny kid, and
Yeah.
I just yeah, she's great. She's great. But like you said, she's gonna be a teenager soon. So
Oh yeah.
I don't know what I'm
She's
gonna
start
do.
hanging out with her friends. You'll
Yeah.
you'll ask her to stay at home on the weekend or something. No, Dad, I want to
No, I got this cool thing I
go
got to
to
do with my
Rollerdrome
friend.
with my friend.
Yeah.
I picked up a DiGiorno for the pizza. The pizzazz, I mean,
Yeah.
That's right.
I'm going to the football game tonight or something. That's what I get for my daughter.
Yeah.
I can't say no.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
But
they got to experience stuff.
yeah.
I hear ya.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I'm not having any.
Yeah.
Or let's just. I know you're staring at me like, oh, so when's
Well,
no,
yeah.
no,
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
no. At this point in my life, I've
You
not.
never say never, man.
No.
You never know how things are going to pan out.
I've had too many things. And not to sound selfish, but I think that it'd be better off meeting somebody that's maybe she has kids and she's out of that doesn't want to have any more, and dad's still. But it sounds selfish. There's things I still want to take care of, and maybe somebody who's just as selfish. And
You know what?
Everybody's
You
different,
you find the right woman.
That's it. That's all it's about.
You find the right woman, and you let it be what it is.
Denny, I thought,
Right?
I followed the path, and I figured by this point I would be in the same situation. When I'm 40 years old, I'm not married.
Yeah, but I don't know. Things are different now. Like
things are different, and
I mean, you think about it, like just dating in general, that's so different. Like all these apps and stuff, and like, I mean, I don't even know. Like, I'm a social person.
You remember D that came up with me for the wedding?
Yes, I do.
On the
I do, yeah.
EMA there.
Yeah, I remember D.
Yeah, that's where I met her. So
Yep.
That was someone that I mean, I was out, Denny, ring shopping, and not probably long after.
Yeah, wow,
going
yeah.
back. And I loved her, but I wasn't in love with her, and there was the problem. And I mean, great, she was wonderful, but I guarantee you, if I would have went forward, it wouldn't have worked out. Within 2 years, I think we would have been done.
Well,
We
yeah,
were
I mean, if
already-
you know it's not right, then
when we came
you
up,
know?
we were already okay.
yeah.
having issues. All right, so
You remember Jeff Williams?
yeah,
Yeah,
what's going on,
he's
brother?
being a good dude. He's giving
Yeah,
you good
Jeff's
advice. He's on here. He's like, ask Mike if he remembers me.
No,
It's like,
I
of course he
do.
remembers you. Like, I'll ask him, but
Shit. Probably dig him out of the one of the books.
oh yeah, man.
Right now,
I've got
Okay.
the old yearbooks and
He was
everything.
always so good to me. Yeah, nice.
Yeah, man. He's a good dude. He's a good dude.
Jeff,
Yeah.
what's going on, brother? I hope all is well.
He's giving
I don't know
you
if you're up here
good
in Maine or
advice.
Where you're at, but
He says sometimes it's the wrong woman. See?
amen, brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it'll happen when it happens. That's right now. I'm in no rush.
Oh, you got Brittany Garcia. She's on. Hello, Brittany. Yeah, she was giving you good advice too, man. She says follow your own timeline.
Thank you, Brittany.
Yeah,
No, I
see?
appreciate that. Sometimes
There's some wise people out there.
Yeah.
And it's true. It's true. Yeah, I mean, like, a lot of people, they get to an age and they say, oh, man, all my friends are getting married, or all my friends are having kids, or whatever, right?
do it for the wrong reason.
And they do it because they think, oh, man, this is the time I need to settle down, or I need to whatever.
And Denny, that's exactly what it was. This is what I'm supposed to be doing at this point. And he's a great girl, and so this is what needs to be done.
But if it's not the right person, man, you can't be doing that.
I just followed what was going and just said, can't do this.
Yeah, man. It's better to cut it short than to drag it out and then have all kinds of other stuff that you have to worry about.
Oh, it would have been.
And I mean, if you start a family with somebody, then that
becomes even
changes your life, man.
Absolutely.
That changes your life. I always joke with people. They say, man, especially people that are getting married, they say, oh, my life's going to be so different. I'm going to be married. And I'm like, your life's not going to be different at all.
Especially if
it's going to be exactly the same.
Like
your life
funeral.
only changes when you have kids.
I'm sorry.
Then your life changes. Like when you have kids, your life changes. Getting married, like, okay, so here's how I can describe it. Okay, so you're young, you're with your woman, and you say, hey, what do you want to have for dinner? Well, I don't know. All right, well, let's go out. We're going to go out to this nice restaurant, and what do you want to do on Friday? Well, you know what? Let's go see this movie that we want to go see. Yeah, let's go see that movie. And on Saturday, you know what? I got all these friends. I want to go to their house. We're going to go there. We're going to drink. We're going to have a great time. Awesome. Okay, so that's what happens when you're single. And what happens when you're married? Exact same thing. What happens when you have kids? What do you want to have tonight? Anything that you can make with the kid around. Literally anything that is at the house is fine. We're not going to go out to eat. We don't have the time. We don't have the money. We just can't do it. Okay, so what do you want to do on Friday? You want to see that movie? No, we're staying home. We got to take care of our kid. We're not going to go out. I mean, there's no way we're getting a babysitter. And you know what? I'm exhausted. I don't really feel like going anywhere. Well, what are we going to do on Saturday? We're going to stay home and we're going to try and get some sleep. It's not going to happen, but we're going to stay home. That's the difference between being married or not married or having a kid. Yeah, because guess what? Your kid doesn't care that you're tired. Your kid doesn't care that you didn't eat lunch. Your kid doesn't care that you had to work overtime and that you came home and that you're grumpy. Your kid does not care about that. They want their bottle. They want their toys. They want their TV show.
Today they want their chicken nuggets. I mean, whatever. I mean, I couldn't do it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So is there any difference when you're married? Not really.
No.
Not really. But when you have a kid,
an entertaining,
your life changes. Yeah.
You know what I always liked, and listen, and what I always enjoyed, and I'm sure you guys could tell me the same thing, and some of my folks and my buddies in Florida. The moment that they told me that their life changed was when the first time they held their son or their daughter, and they held their baby. That is when they would tell me, and obviously, that is the moment your brain changes, and my brain will not ever function that way.
I didn't think it was going to happen to me.
So
I was scared. Honestly, I was scared because
completely different. It's very
Before my daughter was born, I legit was worried that I wouldn't have that kind of connection. I was worried, and the second that she was born, she came out, she's crying, and I put my finger near her hand, and she squeezed the living hell out of my finger, and I'm like, God, she is strong, right? And
I don't know where between you and Jess,
she was so strong, And I just was like, oh my God, I love this little thing. This little girl needs me. And like we had that connection immediately. And I mean, not even 5 minutes before that, I was like, maybe there's something wrong with me that I don't think I have a connection yet. I don't know if we're going to connect like that ever. I didn't know.
Even after that, you had
No, after that, I was just like, this is my world.
All
Yeah.
right.
This is my world. And and it just it switched like that. I don't know that it happens to everybody, but for me it did. And honestly, at that point, it was a realization, like, you know, a lot of people, well, okay, so for me personally, I was concerned. I was very concerned. You know, when we found out that we were pregnant, I says, oh man, you know, we're having a girl. This is, man, I was disappointed, right?
Really?
And what a dumb, idiotic thing. I was like, man, I'm disappointed because I did not think I could be a good dad to a girl. I was like, I don't know what it's like to be a girl. I can only be a good dad to a boy. You know, I'm going to teach my boy how to play sports. I'm going to teach my boy how to be tough. I'm going to teach my boy how to be a smart ass. And
we were the last of that generation.
Yeah.
Still had so,
Yeah.
I get it. And it's.
But then my daughter was born, and I'm like, I'm going to teach her how to play sports, and I'm going to teach her how to be tough.
Yeah.
You know, I'm going to teach her to be a smart ass. And
Think about
I have.
Think about her mom. Her
and
mom
she's
was
awesome.
a great athlete in great shape. I mean, you know,
Yeah.
just so it was going to be inevitable anyway. So that's awesome. No,
It's in the genes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, so yeah, I mean.
that is awesome.
It'll change your life, man. It forces you to have a different perspective on things because you need to, because your life is not about you. It's about somebody else. And you can fight it all you want, but that little person needs you. And, you know.
And that I acknowledge. That I I'm not a parent.
I mean, any
that's
good
why
man is gonna
know.
rise to that challenge, right? So, and it's not easy. It ain't easy because, like for me and you know and Jess, like it was like you know every newborn, you know you talk like a month, 2 months, usually of just almost no sleeping. You're not gonna sleep because they're not in a rhythm, they're not in a routine, they wake up in the middle of the night and all this stuff, and my daughter was so sweet and special that she made that last 2 years. 2 full years. I'm not joking, man. It was like legit.
Late nights every night.
No,
what you're saying?
like sleeping only like a few minutes every night. And we're talking like on the weekends, we're talking like all the time. There was no relief. No relief. I mean, there was a time where I told my mom, I'm like, Mom, just shoot me. Just shoot me right in the face. Just shoot me and kill me. Please do. I was not like, I wish it was like a joke. She thought it was funny, but I was like, I want to be out of my misery. Like you think about this, like if somebody was trying to torture you, and they would like keep you awake all the time, it would last for what, like a couple weeks? Yeah, this was years. Years. It was awful.
It was that
I just want to
bad,
put a
huh?
disclaimer.
It was
bad?
beyond that bad. It was worse than that bad. As a matter of fact, I don't think I can do it justice. Like just the words that are coming out of my mouth are not having the impact of how terrible that time frame was. It was awful.
I feel bad for you.
Yeah, and it you know, it puts me at a point where I try to think, well, you know, my friends, they'd be like, oh man, my baby, you know, they didn't sleep for about a month and now they just sleep through the night. And for me, I'm just like, well, that's great for you. But I also am very pissed at you at the same time and very angry. Like I want to slap you, you know, but yeah, I get it, man.
See,
you're
my
like,
kids were they were within a month or two sleeping through the night.
Yeah,
got lucky.
angry, want to slap you. Not gonna lie. That's good. That's good for you, man. That's good. Yeah, some people get lucky like that. I will say this,
It's not
though.
my fault. I didn't.
I will say this is that at this point, it took a couple years. Then she finally started to sleep, and up until about 3.5, she didn't really want to have a lot to do with me. And I was there for her. I was always trying to take care of her and stuff. She did not want me. And then after 3 and 4, she only wanted me.
think I do
She
remember
wants to hang out with Daddy because he's the
Actually,
fun
remember
guy.
you telling me a little bit about this.
Yeah. And even now, our favorite thing to do is tease Jessica. That is the best and favorite thing for us to do. Anytime we get a chance to tease her, that's what we do, and it is fantastic.
That's funny.
Yeah. Sorry, I know that kid talk can be a little because the funny
sitting here, Denny was thinking he's talking about I'm looking at what the hell? He's talking about his first 2 years being so terrible. I'm like, what? What's going on? I'm like, it's your daughter you're talking about. I'm like, it was horrible. Oh, it was a nightmare. I'm like,
it was for a couple years, man.
I'm like,
it was awful.
Dial it back, man.
Yeah, but the best thing though is that things turned around, and now it's really cool. It's really cool. She's, like I said, she's fun. She's funny. She's a great kid. I hope this doesn't last too long on the internet because then she'll have proof that I thought she was that fantastic.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, I don't want her to get a big ego.
She was playing some basketball on Saturday. She plays. Where's she playing?
Yeah, man. Where's she playing? This league, I think she's playing down in Saco.
Okay.
Yeah. So they got this pretty cool complex down there. Got a couple courts, and there's a ton of kid ball that happens. So yeah, it's pretty cool. They actually have a bar upstairs. Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Well, those games are at like 8 a.m. So I'm like, I could probably hold off for a few hours.
Bloody Mary.
Yeah.
That's always what I do when I fly.
They do have them.
Bloody Mary, 7 a.m.
Yeah, they do have Bloody Marys.
Listen, I get picked up at the airport.
Isn't that like a hangover drink, though?
I'm not driving. I don't give a shit. Let me there at 11:30, half cocked. I don't care.
Isn't that like mostly a hangover drink, though? Like just to play?
No,
I don't really drink them. Like
you just keep going.
Or is that's a starter?
Road soda, you get it ready to go.
Is that the starter?
Bloody Mary
when I get there.
breakfast.
Yeah, it's breakfast. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's just a nice even keel.
Yeah.
You're not getting. You just keep on a nice even keel.
Okay. All right.
Love me some Bloody Mary first thing in the morning when I get
Nice.
to fly. Absolutely.
I don't know if my dad's still listening, but he has Bloody Marys once in a while.
Oh,
Yeah.
Bloody Mary.
8 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, I never met him.
Absolutely.
I never met him. Yeah.
He goes to the breakfast joints in the morning on a Saturday or Sunday, and he'll have a Bloody
You know
Mary.
who got me started?
That video of him is very funny.
You know who got me started on Bloody Marys? Just because we were like older before our time, but was Camuso in college. We were
Really?
flying
Yeah.
down to again a yacht.
Is Camuso
show.
still working at the beer place?
Oh no! Camuso's working for his parents, or he probably owns the company now. I don't know. He's
Probably.
I haven't talked to him in a couple of years, but at this point, yeah.
Oh, that's too bad, man. Why? Did you have like a falling out or something?
Oh no,
or just
just
life, just life, okay?
happens. And
Yeah.
so him and I we'll come. Actually, Kyle and I, Hentley, and we talk on a regular basis still. So we actually, we talked yesterday. He never forgets birthday.
Kyle did one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like
He's done a lot of funny.
This was back at my old apartment, right?
Love that fucking.
And he came up and he came to party and we're all drinking and somebody's pouring their heart out, right? Somebody's really having a tough time with something. And so they're really talking about something. So Kyle just kind of gets on the floor and he kind of rolls up his back and spreads his legs and sticks his ass up in the air and he rips this huge fart as this girl is just like pouring her heart out, right? And she's like, what the hell? And he's like, I was just trying to help. And then he gets up and walks out of the room. It's like, oh my God, dude. Oh my God.
Some of the guys.
Yeah, that's him.
Buddies from college.
That is him. Yeah, man.
And that's how I can't not fucked up, but that's fine.
What the hell?
That's some fucked up
Yeah.
buddies. And,
So thanks, Kyle,
Yeah.
for breaking the tension that time.
Motherfucker.
Freaking Kyle.
That same guy's living like in an $850,000 house today. by the
Oh, I
way.
believe it. Yeah, you know.
Motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's good to hear that he's doing well.
I don't know how I got him through half of his fucking classes.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyway.
There was that Bates incident that happened.
Oh, shit.
We're not going to get too much into that, but I will say that night was actually a really fun time because we were all 20-something,
Yeah.
and we were just out of
22.
college. And so Bates is right around the corner, and it was really close to my apartment at the time still, because it wasn't that far from here. And so we got the bright idea that, like, hey, they're having a party. We're going to party. So we just walked in. All of us just walked in. None of us go to school there. No, we didn't know anybody. But they were playing music, and they had a keg. And we were like, that's all we need. So we just walked in. They checked our IDs. They didn't check to see that we went to school there. And we all walked in, frickin' danced and drank and partied our asses off, and it was a blast.
A lot of ugly girls, by the way.
What's that?
A lot of ugly girls.
Okay.
It was Bates College.
You know what? We might have brought all the pretty girls.
We did.
Yeah, I think we might have.
There was a lot of. There was so many ugly girls.
I wasn't looking at anybody. I was just having
You
a fun
know,
time.
honestly, I was
Get them
looking
beer
at something
goggles
I think
on,
I
you know?
recall
Yeah.
that
It don't
I was
matter.
trying to hit on. I think I got denied. I'm like, how the fuck are you denying me? Like, how is this even happening? You're
Yeah,
gross
get denied
and I'm willing to, you know, like,
Yeah.
how is this even happening?
Sorry, man. Sorry, man.
No, it kind of sucked.
Well, you know.
Oh no! I still had a good
You didn't
time.
always
I'm
get
just,
denied. I mean,
like, why
that
were
was
you
just
denying
one
me?
night.
Like you were. No.
Sounds like he's blaming you for a bad night with the other
Me?
girls.
Oh no! Oh no! That's
I wasn't C blocking you, was I?
That's a whole.
I don't think
other-
so.
And it wouldn't be me. It would be me anyway. I don't even know. Let's just move on. Let's just move on.
Let's just move on.
Moving on.
Yeah. Awesome, man.
I love Denny.
Love you too, buddy.
Yeah.
Yes, man. So, anyway, well, I think we're about to wrap up here. So, I just want to say, we do have some T-shirts if anybody's still interested. So, or actually, no, you know what? We don't have them because we're going to have to get a second order in. Yeah. So, we're going to have to do a second order. So, just all you got to do is just message the page. Message the page. We'll get the message. We'll put in an order for however many. And, yeah. So we'll get some new T-shirts going. Everybody can support the show. Anybody that's been watching, thank you so much. And also, if you think you want to be on the show, just reach out to me because I want to have everybody I know on the show. I want everybody to come over, have some free beer, have a good time, and just enjoy it.
I finally had a good time tonight, and Kevin came on. Neither of us we've been wanting to come on.
You guys have anything you want to promote? Anything you want to talk about? Any shout outs to people?
It's just the holiday season, and I'm just gonna say, regardless of what sign or whatever you're on, just take a simple moment, just be kind. That's all. I mean, it's a lot easier to just be nice to somebody than just be an asshole. So, I guess that's all I would say. Just try to, we don't know everybody else's situation, so just take a moment when you run into someone and just
be nice for the holidays.
That's it.
It's the holidays.
Just fake it.
Holidays.
Fake it if you got to.
Have the holiday spirit. I know.
That's right.
That's it.
Any shout outs? Shout out to Big Mo.
Mo and Louise.
Big Mo
and
Boulay.
Louise, my parents.
That's right.
I love them.
Big Mo, St. Louise.
Big Mo and St. Louise, two of my best friends and my greatest
Kathy.
advisors. And love
Say
them
hi to
death.
Kathy.
Yeah, I don't know if she's still watching or not.
I hope so. Awesome.
Ma, love you.
Awesome, man. Well, let's cheers one more time. And you're a little empty, so we're going to have to fix that.
Hey.
Cheers, everybody, and good night.
Great time.
Louis.